And I'm going to hand you over to a couple of speakers now, and I'm going to start off with Brian's wife, Mary. She wants to say a few words.
Well, there's not really much I can say. It's just thank everybody who's turned up today. And all I can really say is that we need more people. It's for you, it's for your benefit, it's for the benefit of everybody in Bray. And I can only hand over Brian's voice and Brian's message to all of you to stay safe. And without that, and without a full-time service, that's not going to happen. There will be more deaths, there will be more lives lost. So it's really in your hands now. It's, up to you.
Fair play.
Next speaker is Liz McManus, who you all know. Oh, sorry. You want to say a few words?
My name is Aidan O'Shaughnessy. I'm Mark's brother. And again, without your support today, our campaign and everything else is gone. So thank you again, as Mary's saying, thank you very much for coming out today. And the more support we get, the more things will happen. And service for Bray is vital, a full-time service. It's also a national issue as well. And there's other retained services that are probably close to the same situation, or they might be in the same situation we're facing right now. And for them as well, we're looking for support for them as well. As much support as we can get would be great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fair play.
I'm Mark's girlfriend, Hazel, and really then, like everyone else said, I just want to thank you all so much for coming. I couldn't have done any of this without you, but also just to remember that this isn't going to be an easy road. We're under no illusions. We know this is going to be a long, hard slog, and other people have campaigned before us, and we know that if nothing changes, we won't be the last. We need you to stick with us now through thick and thin over the next kind of weeks and months, possibly even years. And don't forget about us, and don't forget that something like this will happen again, and it could be somebody from your family. And I don't want to see any of you where I am now. So stick with us.
I hope you can all hear me. I want to pay tribute to two brave men, Brian Murray and Mark O'Shaughnessy. And I want to pay tribute today too to two brave families, the Murray family and the O'Shaughnessy family. They've suffered a terrible loss, a personal loss that will break anybody's heart. But even in their days of darkness and their mourning and coming to terms with their terrible loss, they've reached out to our community. They've reached out because they know that some good has to come out of this tragedy. It can't just be a matter of mourning. It has to be a matter of good coming out of what happened here just a few short weeks ago. And today, I want to acknowledge that the community has come out in support of their call. Every one of you made the effort to come out. And it may be that you'll have to come out again, but I know you will. And I know that others will come out in support of this campaign, because it is so important that we achieve the very highest standard of fire service here in Bray, but also right across the country. This isn't just about Bray. This is of significance to every person living in Ireland today. Are we going to get the best fire service possible? Well, we're going to make sure that we do everything that we can to achieve that goal. The hardest thing I had to do in my political career, and it's a fairly long one now, was to come here on the day of the fire, just while it was still burning, but just after the tragedy had been put out on the media. trained fire service. And I listened to them and I spoke to them and I said a very simple thing. I said, we're very proud of you. We're really grateful to you. And I just want us all to acknowledge the work of the firefighters over generations in this town. We're very fortunate that we have people who are willing to take the risks that are necessary in firefighting. But they deserve the very best too. And the only way we get the very best is by having a full-time service. And the Labour Party, Graham and Gilmore, our leader, had a special debate in the Dáil this week. And the two families, the Murrays and O'Shaughnessy's, members of both, came in to hear what was said in our national parliament. And we looked for very simple two demands. One was a national fire authority, which was promised 5 years ago. And the other was, in areas of high population, including Bray, that there would be a full-time service. We put that motion because we hoped and believed it was possible for every single party in Dáil Éireann to support it. And I have to say, I was deeply disappointed that the government parties, Fianna Fáil and the Greens, did not support that motion and watered it down until it was meaningless. But all I can say is I haven't given up. I think this campaign, even though there's been a campaign running for years and people like Margaret Cahill have taken a very hard and difficult and lonely stand over the years because of the loss of her sister and Teresa and her child Christopher. But we now have a simple message, and I'll end on this. 2 brave men lost their lives on our behalf. What we want to do now is to do something in their memory. Something simple, something important, and something that this town and this community deserves. A full-time fire service, and we want it now. Thank you.
Firstly, I want to pay tribute to the families of Brian and Mark for organising today's march. It's a very, very brave thing to do. So I'd like to thank them for that. I don't think this is a day for words. I think the day for words is long gone. It is now time for action. We need real action in this town. Just 2 short weeks ago, 2 brave men died in this building here beside us. It's not the first tragedy we've had in this town. We've had many tragedies related to fires. Too many tragedies. And I blame the lack of a full-time fire service in this town on all of them fire-related tragedies. Why should the people of Bray and North Wicklow be treated like second-class citizens? We are no second-class citizens. Towns smaller than Bray have full-time fire services. We need one. We deserve one. We want one. But we have to ask ourselves why we haven't got a full-time fire service in this town. And I'll tell you, the answer is clear. It's a very, very simple answer. There isn't a political will to provide one. Now, friends, that has to change. We have to make the people in positions of power provide this town with a full-time fire service once and for all.